Hello, my name is John Samp, and I'm a software developer at Expo working from New York City. Today, we'll learn how to enable VS Code's TypeScript features so that we can spot errors quickly as we code. In this video, we'll learn how to enable VS Code's TypeScript features, how to see errors inline or in the Problems panel, and how to automatically fix issues with the click of a button. Let's get TypeScript and VS Code set up together and test out some of its features. We're going to start out with this API written in TypeScript. This program takes a GET request and returns the sunrise and sunset time based on a provided longitude and latitude. Let's get the server started so that we can test it. I'll open up an integrated terminal in VS Code under the View and then Terminal option. You can also do this with a keyboard shortcut. On macOS, it's Control and backtick, and on Windows, it's also Control and backtick. In one terminal window, I'm going to start TSC, which is TypeScript CLI, in watch mode using the watch flag. The TypeScript configuration we're using is in the tsconfig.json file. At the top are all of the options provided by default. The bottom two options are ones I added. The first is where TSC will output the built files. I chose a directory named build. And the second one is an option that we'll talk about in a moment. Okay, so let's open up another terminal. I'll run npm start, which will reload the server every time there's a change. Let's give it a test. In a browser, we can navigate to localhost 3000 and hit the sunrise and sunset endpoint. I'm going to provide a latitude value and a longitude value. Now we'll send the request and we'll get back JSON for this location sunrise and sunset times. And there it is. I can see that it works. So now let's make some changes in the project. Here I've got the project opened in VS Code, and we highly recommend VS Code as a code editor. VS Code has one setting we need to make sure is toggled on, and that is the TypeScript validation setting. To see that setting, go to Code, then Preferences, and then Settings, and then type in TypeScript validation. Now, this setting should be enabled by default, but if it isn't, just make sure that it is turned on. In the project, I'm going to make a change to the latitude we are passing to the getSunriseAndSunset function. Instead of casting the latitude as a string, I'm going to cast it as a number. Immediately, we'll see it highlight in red. I can hover over the error, and when I click on the blue name, I get linked to the type definition that my argument is erroring against. While hovering to discover issues works, when there are many issues, it's easier to view a complete list of all of the issues at once, and we can see a list. To do that, go to View and then click on Problems. You can also use Command-Shift-M on macOS or Control-Shift-M on Windows to open up this Problems panel. Okay, so inside of the Problems panel, I can click on the error, which will take me right to the type definition. So let's go ahead and fix that problem. Okay, since we made that change, let's go ahead and make another change, and let's make the longitude a number type. We immediately see a new issue appear in the Problems panel. Clicking on it takes us to the call site, and we can update the typecast there to match the type we just changed. Now that we've seen some errors with code changes, let's make a change to our TypeScript configuration instead. In the tsconfig.json, I'm going to set the No Unused Locals option to true. This option means that if there are any defined variables that are not used anywhere, TypeScript will show a warning. After a few seconds, we see that there is a server date variable that is declared but never used. We could click on that warning and see the line directly and fix it ourselves, but VS Code has some tricks up its sleeves. If we hover the warning, we'll see a light bulb appear, and we can click on the option and VS Code can fix it for us. When making changes to a codebase's tsconfig.json, the problem panel can be really helpful for exposing all the issues present in the codebase. We encourage you to experiment with this API server and with its tsconfig.json. The code for this project is linked in this video's description, and it has instructions to get it running in its README. Also, you'll find the full tsconfig.json reference and all of its options at typescriptlang.org/tsconfig, and that's also linked in the README. So let's wrap it up. In this video, we covered how to use VS Code's TypeScript tools. To recap, we need to make sure that TypeScript validation is enabled in settings. We can hover errors and we can see them in the problems panel. And as we make changes to our tsconfig.json, we can view all the parts of our code that need attention. As you code, we hope these features will improve your experience developing TypeScript programs. Intelligent suggestions based on types can make us feel more confident about our code and hopefully make it easier to identify problem spots. Thanks for watching and happy coding.